citizens. Welcome to this edition of the New York City Roller Skate Club. My name is Marion Green and I'm the host of this show. We'll be coming into your homes each week, bringing you surprise interviews and exciting exhibitions of roller skating skills by some of New York City's most popular and talented roller skating artists. We'll also keep you informed about current roller skating events that are happening in and around the city. For those of you who believe that roller skating has died out, sit back and enjoy the show. You're in for quite a treat. It's a good day. And welcome everybody to this edition of the New York City Roller Skating Club. My name is Marion Green and I am your host for today. We have a wonderful guest today, my spiritual sister in roller skating, Rhonda Marin.
Oh, thanks, Marion.
How you doing, Rhonda?
I'm doing great. Wonderful to see you.
Good, same here. Well, you know, we see each other all the time. We have to make that clear to people.
Yes.
We've been seeing each other for 30 years or more.
Please. And not everyone knows we know each other that well.
Right, because we're only about 25,
That's
right?
correct.
Okay. Yeah, so we're here to talk about this wonderful thing called roller skating.
Okay.
And you're one of the reasons that I'm happy that I started skating, because I did meet you. I don't think I would have met you otherwise. And we really are good friends. And we shared a lot of things through roller skating. So
Oh, sure.
why don't you tell me, or tell us, because I know, how you began roller skating? What made you start?
What made me start was it actually started in Brooklyn way before I met you down in Village.
And where? At Empire?
No, it wasn't at Empire. That's the only skating rink that I never skated at.
Wow, okay.
But there was a place in Brooklyn off Knapp Street. I forget the name of it, and it was one of the roller skating places there. And
It was a small place?
A big place. Actually, right now it's a Bally's Gym or something. It's in Brooklyn, in Sheepshead Bay. But I started skating there, and from there I just, enjoyed it. It was fun, great music, people always happy.
Yeah,
Good rhythm going on,
Yeah.
and that's where I started, and then I ended up going down to this little hole in the wall
Yep.
called Village.
That's right. The heart and soul of New York City skating. People don't like to talk about it, but that's really where it all started in the 70s.
I don't know why they don't want to talk about it. I just know I got a little claustrophobic climbing down the steps.
Yeah, it was very small.
It was very small,
Very
but
small.
it was the beginning of a lot of magical experiences.
Yeah,
It really
it certainly was. And until you mentioned that just now, I forgot that's where I first saw you. Yeah.
It's where we first met.
Yeah.
And it was, once you got down there though, it was no longer small because it was filled with just a lot of love and great skaters. And
Wonderful energy.
Energy,
great
passion.
skaters. A lot of passion, compassion, sharing. Everyone was just there to have a good time.
Yeah, and some of my best friendships today still are from friends that I've met way back then, including you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. So now when I saw you, when I first met you, you were already an accomplished skater. I'd like to know what it was like, what you were like when you first began, because I remember what I was like.
Well, I really began when I was like 6 years old in Brooklyn on those metal roller skates and
so
the skate keys and up and down the hills and through the streets. That's how I really started. But I don't know, I wasn't as accomplished as you were. I mean, you were amazing. You were already doing your fancy stuff and dancing and with the Wizards, and you were amazing. I aspired still to this day to skate as well as you do.
Now that makes me laugh, because we're going to show some scenes of you skating later on, and people are going to laugh too when they see it, because you're a great skater. But thank you for the compliment.
Thank you.
Well, I just find that so weird coming from you, because I just always thought of you as a peer and not as somebody who admired what I did. But anyway, there's a lot of going on in the community.
Yeah.
So what kind of things happened to you because of roller skating? I mean, we understand. We'll go through let's go through the health benefits now. I mean,
the health benefits are just amazing. I mean,
because first of all, you're in wonderful shape. We already told people we've known each other for 30 years.
Right.
So obviously we're not, spring chickens.
No.
You look great.
Thank you very
And
much.
you've always looked great. All the years that I've seen you, and I know that you have 2 children already. So.
Well, I mean, the health benefits are not just physical, but they're also emotional. I mean, it's a great release. It's a great escape. I find that when I go skating, It's just me and the energy and the people on the floor, and it's a wonderful release.
Sure.
Physically, you're exercising, and you're using muscles that you wouldn't normally use anyway.
That's right.
And it keeps you young. I mean, and it keeps you fresh with the music. If you like to dance, it's like dancing on skates is what it really is.
It's really what it is, yeah.
You know, and it's been a wonderful outlet for me, and why I've been doing it for over 30 years. And I won't ever stop.
Yeah. So now I met you as a roller skater, but you had sort of a skating related career going at one point as well.
Yes, I did.
So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well,
I think that's really interesting what you were doing.
well, there were several places to skate after Village, as you know. There
Right.
was a wonderful club called Metropolis, where I got to meet DJ Julio and some more of the Wizards and a lot of wonderful people. And around that same time, there was the Roxy, which at the very beginning was just a little old roller skating club. And it was
But a really nice little
a really
skating
nice
club.
one. Well, I mean, it was the elite of
Yeah.
skating,
Yeah.
and the parties were still till this day like parties I've never experienced.
I
I'm
agree.
sure you would concur
I
with
agree.
me on that. So I started skating there, and I became part of the club. And at one point, the ownership changed, and there was a new owner there, and I was young and trying to make ends meet. So I decided if I do the birthday parties on the weekends, you know, I'd be able to skate for free. So I thought that was cool. You know?
That sounds like me.
You know, I'll work on the weekends, skate for free, because in those days we were skating 3 days a week at least, right? Tuesday, Thursday,
for
Sunday.
us already, it was every day.
Okay. I
Because
mean, minimum of 3 days.
I had
right?
the same feeling that you did. I liked it so much, I actually said to myself, you know what? I got to get a job at a skating rink somewhere because I want to skate every night. And that's exactly what
And it
happened.
became expensive.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, I'll do birthday parties. I worked one weekend doing a birthday party and got to meet the owner. At that time, his name was Stephen Hanel, and he offered me a job as the manager. At that time, we were still just, you know, roller skating, but
Right.
it was a big roller skating community and
It certainly
facility.
was.
I mean, the place was huge and beautiful, as you know. And the lighting was great, and it was just
Sound system.
yeah. And they had beautiful, you know, clubs set up upstairs, and it was a really hot place to be in Manhattan.
It was.
And so I managed that place for a couple of years, and probably some of the most exciting years of my life.
Yeah. Now you also, I know you don't want to talk about that part, but you also you also supervised a lot of the parties that were thrown in. There were a lot of
Yes, I
celebrities.
did. Yes, there were.
And so you were sort of the celebrity liaison for the club.
Yeah.
You want to
and-
mention some of the people perhaps that you got involved?
Well, you know, we were the first, and I was probably. It changed kind of, as you know. It went from just not only roller skating to roller skating in a dance
Right.
club as well,
Right.
and there was a lot of evolution that went on at the Roxy. But yes, I did skating parties for at the time. Jade Jagger. Jerry Hall came in. I think Julio was around at the time, and they did a 12th-year birthday party for her, which we did, which was really awesome. We had many celebrities come in at night, you know, when we had skating parties. I mean, one of my most interesting was Sidney Poitier.
Yeah.
And when I
What a grand man.
Oh man, when I
Yeah.
shook his hand, and
Yeah.
he just was full of grace and energy, and it was just amazing. We had some wonderful times, yeah.
There were so many nights like that because I do remember one occasion where, and by the way, Rhonda always refers to DJ Julio because he's on camera. Okay, hey Julio. Anyway, I do remember one occasion where I forgot whose party it was, but there was Josephine Primus, Diane Carroll, Sidney Poitier, Jim Brown.
Oh, Jim
There were
Brown.
so many celebrities there that night. And I'm usually not starstruck. I just kind of stood there on my skates, leaning onto the railing, just watching people walk by. You know,
It
but
was
we had a
just
lot of
amazing.
nights like that.
Yeah.
At Roxy.
Well, we had nights where we would have 2,000 people paid, and nights where there was a guest list of 1,000.
Yeah.
You know, at its peak.
Yeah.
And it was just remarkable. I mean, you know, I remember giving out drink tickets all the time. You know, it was lovely.
Yeah.
My best memories are of the Roxy